Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cheap Shot Challenge. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've had several Uncanny Spirits clubs all set up all in a row, but this is one that I really couldn't pass up. This is I'm super interested to find out just how this is going to go. My last Cheap Shot Challenge was the Evan Williams bottled in bond that was 100 proof, and it was 18.99, so just shy of the $20. So, um, and this one beats that by a margin, although I'm not sure about the taste yet because we haven't had it. And pardon me, I'm having like an eyebrow or something that keeps like it feels like there's a bug on my nose, but there isn't. It's from an eyebrow hair or something that's excessively long because I'm old and I get hair in weird parts of my face, ear hair and things. More than you wanted to know. But so tonight I was in the grocery store not long ago and I was just checking stuff out like I usually do, and I was looking to buy another bottle of Evan Williams because that's my good daily drinker. It's cheap, or rather, I should say, inexpensive. Tastes decent, and it's 100 proof. Now this popped out at me. I've been seeing this name online a bunch of times in more expensive expressions, and I hadn't thought much of it. But then I saw it on the shelf at my local grocery store. At first, I'm going to tell you what it is. This is Benchmark. If I can get it in the frame there. Benchmark Old Number 8. And this is bottled and distilled and aged and everything by Buffalo Trace. Okay? If you're a bourbon whiskey drinker, then you know about Buffalo Trace. You know all the different things that they get into. They're big in the business right now. They're huge in the business right now. Highly sought after. And this is an 80 proof bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Glass bottle. Glass bottle. Same um the same size, I guess. The same size as the Evan Williams. It is lower proof. It's 80 proofs, but it's still full, full proof. Um, and aged at least 36 months, it says, so 3 years, so pretty young. $12, 11.99, $12. And I saw that, and that was like an instant, like that's a cheap shot challenge right there. It's foolproof. It's the cheapest foolproof thing I've ever had for the cheap shot challenge. I've had other things that were lower proof that were like 70 and 40, and then weak stuff by comparison that were more for taste than anything. But this, $12, foolproof, 80, by a big name distiller, Buffalo Trace. I'm interested. I'm interested. I expect it to be worth every penny of its $12. But will it be better? That's the challenge. Will it be better than the price tag says? It's a screw top, so that's an interesting point. Screw top, not a cork. Not always a bad thing. Japanese whiskeys always use screw tops for the most part, and they're decent. Just clear the lungs out and take a sniff. Smells decent. Smells good. Smells like a bourbon. It does not have the overwhelming Jack Daniels fume to it. Smells like bourbon. Points already. Let's give it a pour. I'm giving it a more generous pour because I finished my Evan Williams earlier tonight, and I'm in the mood to continue drinking like a little bit. Um, got nothing really to do later or tomorrow, so. But good color in the glass, really light gold, a very light gold, almost a scotchy color. Not quite an Irish whiskey color, but almost a Scotchy. Um, Hold on, I have to stop a cat from making a huge disaster. There you go. That's real life for you. My daughter's kitten just ran off with one of her toys that wasn't supposed to be on the floor that he could have done some grave damage to. Sorry, I had to rescue that before a disaster happened. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it's a nice gold little hint of orange. Like I said, it looks kind of like a scotch. There's some fume. There's some fume. Still not still not as much as say a like a Jack Daniels or a Jim Beam or something, but it's in there. It's not super strong smelling. For stuff that's not very expensive, you tend to think it's going to have a strong, at least like alcoholy smell. And this isn't that bad, so still has the viscosity on the rims, on the rim there. Um, let's see what this tastes like. Let's see what this tastes like. I'm super super interested at the price point. I didn't think anything could beat the Evan Williams at the lower under $20 price point, and let's see. That's the challenge. So this is Benchmark Old Number 8 by Buffalo Trace. Deep breath. It's not bad. It has a burn that hits you in the chest after it started to settle, but it's super mild. Good golly, is it mild? It does have a little bit of a numbing sensation on the tongue, but you're not getting. It doesn't slap you in the face with "Hey, I'm a bourbon." It doesn't smack your taste buds around. That's not bad. I like the Evan Williams better. I think it has a little bit more flavor to it, but this really, for $12, for $12, this is great. For $12, this is fantastic. Um, would it be as good at 20 or 30? No, probably not, but it wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't say no if somebody offered me some by any means. And there's not a lot of distinctive flavors jumping out. It's really kind of, and that's I think where the downside is. It tastes generically like a bourbon, which if you've had a lot of bourbons, both mid and mostly mid shelf stuff, if you've had a lot of mid shelf bourbons, there's a classic taste. Like scotches from different regions of Scotland have a different taste that's tailored from the region that they're from. And Irish whiskey has a certain kind of taste to it. And this has that bourbon taste, but that's the extent of it. It does almost have a little bit of an Irish whiskey kind of feel to it at the edges. Some a little bit of brightness that kind of comes out as it settles there. Let's have another sip of this and see if it how the taste have changed now that the taste buds have been exposed to it. It's not bad. It definitely develops a more alcohol ethanol taste after the first sip because the flavor is so understated. It's not strong flavored at all. It tastes weak. It tastes like that 80 proof is deceptive, but I tend to believe that it's in there. It, it's interesting, and I like it. Will it replace my Evan Williams as my preferred daily drinker? I don't think so. But in a pinch for 12 bucks, this can't be beat. And you could mix this with things. You could mix this with cola. You can mix it with fruit juices, I think, would even be fine with it. It would accent it just fine. It has just a subtle, tiny, 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 tiny bit of sweetness at the edge that I think would be a good accent to a nice juice. Um, yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad at all. I keep forgetting where the camera is. I'm having to use my phone as of this video because my laptop has been having problems um, with my broadcasting program with StreamYard. I should have that rectified. I will already have fixed that problem by the time you see this video because this video is in the future. But yeah, in the meantime. So, but this is good. This is good stuff. Let me show you the bottle again. Benchmark Old Number 8 by Buffalo Trace. Good job, Buffalo Trace. And it has a little slogan because it's Benchmark, the bourbon by which all others are measured. And this is obviously their bottom shelf stuff. This is their bottom shelf. They make things that are far more expensive and far more difficult to get a hold of here in Ohio. Um, but I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm suitably impressed, and I like it. And I hope it sticks around in Ohio stores. Sometimes we get something that I really, really like, and then it comes and goes, either because other people find out that it's really good, or just because I'm the only person that likes it, and then because nobody else is buying it, they don't really stock it anymore. But hopefully this sticks around because this and the Evan Williams are my two top now for just a low price daily drinker. It easily passes the cheap shot challenge. Is it good for under 20 bucks? It is great for under 20 bucks. It's great for under 15 bucks. It's $12. It's 11.99 here in Ohio. 11.99. Great stuff. Highly recommend this. Highly recommend it. So that's it. That's all I got for you. Stay tuned for another. My next episode is most likely going to be the Glenmorangie X, which sounds that sounds like harsh stuff, but it probably isn't. It's a specially formulated edition of Glenmorangie Scotch that's meant to be mixed. So I have to get a few different ingredients to make some various mixes and things. I have to get some other juices and some colas and things and see what stacks up and see what doesn't compared to just having it straight up. So that'll be next by the time you see this video. Okay. Till then,